If you're watching this video, you are most likely a local service-based business owner here in the US that is looking to get some more clientele. Now, in this video, I am going to break down the exact strategy that I use for over 35 of my local business clientele that has been able to turn their Instagram into their main funnel for leads. Now, a question you may have is, why should I listen to you? Well, I'm Conrad. I've worked with over 35 local businesses in the Chicagoland area and in the Midwest. Now, I've worked with people in industries from remodeling, landscaping, window installation, movers, PT facilities. Here's a small snapshot from our Instagram group that we have: pest control, auto body shops, tint, PPF, PTs, chiropractors, on the B2B side of things as well, commercial construction, consulting companies, painting, auto shops, all of the above. As you can see, here are some members in the group and their Instagram pages. And also a big thing is I'm running the exact same strategy that I'm going to run you guys through for myself. And this strategy has been able to effectively, for every single one of these people, including myself, get a return on ad spend as bringing in more clientele while building up their brand. Very big thing. And before I start breaking down all the steps to the strategy, I want to mention, I think this is very important, I practice what I preach, right? I already mentioned that, but this is where we started from, my profile, right? 96 followers. Now, I was doing some local Instagram funnel, and now look at us. Boom. 2,900 pretty much followers, 35 businesses helped here in Chicago, all on Instagram, pages built out. That's the goal. So over the past 90 days, I've gotten 2.5 million views. This is one of my best performing ads, Chicagoland area. That's where I'm from, capital of the Midwest. And here are some more ads that I've ran. So I've ran a ton of ads myself. I've ran dozens on top of dozens of ads for clientele. I've seen what works. I've seen what doesn't. And I want to break that down for you here. Now, before I get into the strategy, one of the main questions is this going to work for me? Well, are you a professional that delivers a quality service? And do you have the capacity for more work to be able to make more money? If both of those answers are yes, you deliver a quality service, you just need more people to know who you are, and you do have the capacity for more work, which is why you're watching this video wanting to grow your business. Awesome. Let's get right into it. And if you're watching this, chances are you're tired of the same old marketing strategies, whether that's Angie's List, Yelp, ranking higher on Google, spending a lot of money there, running some Facebook ads that haven't really converted, or they sent a lead or two, but then you called them, they didn't pick up. They're like, what's the price? What's the price? You guys are tired of that, and you're looking to implement something new that actually stands out from the rest of the competition that is already running Facebook and Google ads. And you want to do that in a fashion that is manageable. So you don't want to be spending $3 to $4 grand every single month for a marketing company to just manage your ads. And then once you stop paying them, the lead flow dies off. Everything is cut off. There's no residual effect left for you. It's ineffective and it's expensive. And pretty much all I'm saying with this is what got you here is not going to get you to the next level. So whether you're just relying on word of mouth purely, connections, referrals, network, or whether you're already sending some flyers, handing out business cards, or maybe you've tried to run ads yourself, but every time you do so, it feels like you're rolling the dice. This is not what's going to get you to the next level. You need new things to get you to the next level. Doing the same thing over and over again for the past 10, 15 years, if you've been in business that long, is what we call crazy and expecting a different result, right? So how does this work? We do things a little bit differently. Our program is broken down into 3 phases, which I'm going to run you through in this video over the course of anywhere from 3 to 12 months. Now, what we do is we actually teach you how to run these ads, how to create this video content, and how to close these deals, which is different. The goal with this is not to be charging you 3 to 5 grand every single month for the next 3, 4, 5 years for marketing. I want you to be able to absorb this knowledge, take on the skill sets, and take it in-house into your business. So what this comes down to is making a one-time investment to learn this skill set, get the systems to implement this into your business, and have it run for the next few years before everybody else catches on. And we do this by using 3 pillars. The first one is going to be driving local traffic to your page. Now, we do this through 3 types of ads. We have regular follower ads, we have giveaways, and we have retargeting ads. And each of these ads, for the variety of clients that I have here, gets hundreds of thousands of local views. Keyword on local. We don't want views from states that you're not serving, from countries that you're not serving, from Asia, Europe. If you're not serving those people, we don't want those views. Hence why emphasis on local. Now, with these ads, you are going to have high quality leads locally coming to your Instagram page every single day. You don't have to sit around and wait for referrals to call you, or from that Facebook ad you have launched for the past 4 years to finally start performing. Now, there's 3 types of ads with this, right? There's the regular ad up here, which is asking people to visit your Instagram page. That needs to be scripted correctly, edited correctly, and needs to be filmed correctly, which I run you through everything. Then we get into the giveaways, which blow up your page with local followers. Now, these giveaways, as you can see, pretty heavy on the likes, pretty heavy on the comments, which is awesome. This one's actually a regular ad. As you can tell, the comments are a little bit lower than these other ones. So this ad just performed very well. And that's what we want to teach you guys how to do and how to film those high quality ads. Now, on average, the giveaways that we run get anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 followers and get comments anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000. As you can see here, Jake even got above 3,000 for his business. Then with all of this traffic, what we want to do is start converting them, start getting this traffic to get to know you as the business owner. So then we start building your brand. This is pillar number 2. How we do this is high quality video content. So as you can see here on some of these pages, this looks very clean. These are very informative videos on what services you offer, why people should go with you, what small tips like what to do before hiring a moving company, and the ad, client testimonials, all that fun stuff. This is Manny's page here for his auto shop. This is Jake's. He sells fences, playgrounds, basketball hoops, trampolines. So he's got a lot of videos of him talking on camera because people want to get to know you, because at the end of the day, they're going to be buying from you, right? And this here is Gio's. He's explaining why the work that he does is high quality. And when he goes out to these estimates, people expect his price to be higher, and they're fine with that compared to the other bids. So you're not competing on price. And we do this by showing quality, personality, and expertise through these videos. And one of the main things is you don't have to do dumb stuff on camera, because with these videos, we're not making them to go viral. We're not making them to get tons and tons of views. We're making them as a supplement to the primary ads that we have running. So you can look very professional on these videos, client testimonials, quality of work that you do. And that way you're showcasing yourself as a professional, even if you've never been on camera before. And the more you do this, the more comfortable you'll get on it. Pillar number 3 is going to be to actually close these deals. So here I have a few examples: 15K jobs, 80K months, additional 64K months. And there's so many of these. This is just a handful of the ones that I picked out. 13K in sales, bunch of jobs from local Chicago, 20K job, there's a deposit, there's a check for Gio, $1,000 spent, 15K collected. And I'll run you guys through these examples with their profiles here a little bit later on. But the point of this is we want to give you the skill set to be able to keep running this, keep creating ads, managing ads, turning up ad spend, turning down ad spend, when to do that, build up your brand with this video content, how to create these videos, what to say in these videos, how to close these deals, how to communicate with these leads that are coming in to get the average return on ad spend that I've seen across all of these clients, anywhere from 7 to 10x. Now, some are a lot higher, some are a little bit lower, but that's the average, which is still amazing compared to other ad strategies. Now, this is awesome, but you might be asking yourself, Conrad, why not Google or Facebook ads? Well, I have nothing against Google or Facebook ads. There's a time and a place for them, but here's why most of the time they're not as effective as what we have running for businesses, whether they are just starting out or already established. Now, Google tends to be very expensive because you need to pay to compete with all these other guys spending money to rank link 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're not link 1, 2, 3, 4, you're not getting clicked on. So it's pretty ineffective. In addition, there's no trust built there because people just see you as a link and the website. Same with all your other competitors. So you end up competing on price. They end up clicking on link 1, 2, 3, calling all of you guys up. What's the price? What's the price? So you go out on an estimate. Yeah, but somebody offered it for cheaper, and you're stuck competing on price. Your margins are getting thin, and you don't even have enough money to take your family on as many trips as you want in the year, like the freedom that we're looking for as a business owner. And when you're competing on price, your margins tend to start getting smaller. So you don't have as much to spend on the marketing. You don't have as much to collect profit for yourself and your family to better your personal life, because at the end of the day, that's why we're running this business, and you just don't want to end up going that route. Now, on Facebook's end, you'll get some returns. They don't have to be as expensive, but the returns are low. Like a good return for Facebook, like for typical lead form ads, which 90% of local businesses run, is 3 to 4x, which compared to what we're doing is obviously a lot lower. And 3 to 4x, that's good. You're happy if you get a 2, but a 4x is like, whoa, like you know what you're doing. You'll see all these marketers advertising, yeah, we get you 4x on your ads, 4x on your ads. And people are like, yeah, let's do it. Here we're getting 7 to 10. So what's the deal? And the thing is with these Facebook ads, in addition to the cost per lead, in addition to the return on ad spend being a little bit lower, there's no trust being built, similar to Google, because they're just seeing that image ad. Hey, call, text us. Similar to your competition. There's nothing that's differentiating you. And you're competing on price because there's nothing differentiating you. So similar to Google, what's the price? What's the price over the phone? You don't want to be there. And most importantly for me, I'm in this game for the long term, which I assume you are as well. There's no residual from either of these advertising strategies. As soon as you stop paying for Google, as soon as you stop paying for Facebook, it's done. There's no evidence that it even happened, beyond you knowing who came through that. And that's a problem. Now with the marketing that you want to be doing, you don't want it to be expensive. You want a high return on ad spend, And you want something that separates you from the competition so you can finally stop competing on price and build up your brand, which is going to serve you for whatever additional marketing that you want to do on top of this. And whether it's influencers or Facebook ads or Google, people are going to come onto your Instagram page, which is why it's going to make it more effective for not only influencers, but also Google, Facebook, whatever you decide to do in the future. You can use this Instagram page to recruit people after they see your business. They're like, wow, I want to work with this team, and you get A-grade talent. Now, most importantly for me, you want something that has a residual effect. So you can see the effects of it within the next 24 hours, within the next year, within the next 10 years. You want to create something with marketing that is serving you as an asset for your business. And most importantly, you want something with proven results. You want something that has been tested, but is also not oversaturated, is something new that people are receptive to. So here was Jake. Like I mentioned, his ad got, a few 100,000 views. We also ran a giveaway for him. Here's how his page looks. He has spent $1,400 on ads for the month of May and gotten basically a 46x return with 64K cash collected. And this sounds like a lot, but it's right here. The message he sent me. Feel free to message him too. He'll let you know. So he's very happy with this. He said that over the last 58 years of him and his family running this business, no other marketing has been as effective as what we've been able to do. Also, take a look at the sheet. Another 14K past 2 weeks. Amazing. Down here, Jose with his tint shop, tint PPF, ceramic coating. This is how his page looks. He spent $1,200 on ads and collected 11 grand. That's a 9.1x return on ad spend. Here's his ad. Here's the giveaway we did. Here's some jobs that he was sending me over in the messages. A lot of tint jobs though, so he's not going to spam me for every single tint job he has. Now, coming down here, Geo, Manpower Construction. This is one of my favorite people that I've worked with because we started his page from scratch. I sat down with him in person. We created a new email. We created a new page, started from zero, no profile picture, nothing. This is how his page looks after 4 months. 1,700 followers, ad, a few 100,000 views. Giveaway performed extremely well. He spent $3,400 on ads with a 25x return and collected 85 grand in cash. 15K job, 25K job, 20K job. And these are only some of them. For hardscapes, landscapes, patios, you can see it there. Below him, Alex, that I've worked with for a while now. He is a PT based out of Chicago that works with busy corporate professionals. He's been able to spend $1,700 in ad spend, 7.6x return, and a 13K additional monthly revenue. This is the return for the initial cash collected. This is his additional monthly revenue. And on average, his people stay with him for 2 or 3 years. So think about how much money that is, right? And he actually had to shut off his ads because he got to capacity. I told him, good problem to have. That's where you want to be. You want to be at that stage where you're not worrying about leads anymore. You're worried about how I can actually grow and scale this business. Up here, we have Mike from Hercules Moving. Here's his page. Moving company. Here's an ad we launched targeting realtors. It was very niche. He has his whole crew there sitting in the ad. Amazing guy. Now, he had a 12.7x return on ad spend, 2,200 spent, 28K collected. Here's a few of the messages he sent me. He had his highest paying storage customer. So a few of these are storage customers that are going to be residual for the next 3 months. This is Manny with his auto shop that he recently started. We started working with him like a month ago, got his ad up recently, and within 24 hours, because the ad was so well made, we scripted it well, we edited it correctly, he's gotten 600 local followers. And now his question is not where do I get leads, Conrad? It's I've gotten over 600 followers. Which ones do I pick to message? And we're able to help him out there. And his ad blew up. 2,500 likes just after 24 hours of running. It's amazing. Here in Schaumburg, Illinois. This is Johnny with his tarp manufacturing and installation company for trucks. Very, very niche. And he performed tremendously for these niche services. So whether you're broad and you're a service that everybody's familiar with, or you're very niche, this performs exceptionally as long as you're positioned in the right way. Johnny has gotten a 64x return on ad spend, 1,250 into 80K collected. Here he is. I hit 280K. Amazing. Boom. How much additional revenue compared to March? 80K. The only difference he made was adding us into his marketing. All he was doing was word of mouth. Then he added us, additional 80K. Let's go. Last one here, Alex with his moving company. I think we started him at like 500 followers. And most of these guys have gone over like 2,000 followers from this guys. So even if your page is starting from scratch like Geo's, not a problem. 2,000 followers, a few 100K views on the ad, 14.2x return on ad spend, 1,600 into 22K. Here's the breakdown. Boom. Here's his messages. And I love this one. Conrad is the real fucking deal. We've spent $1,000, made 13K. That was a little bit before he sent me these updated metrics. So now you're probably asking yourself, how can you do something similar for your business? Well, the main differentiator is all these people, they took action on this soon. They got everything implemented quick, and that's why they've been able to get such high, crazy return on ad spend pretty fast. And you also want to move quick with this because we're only going to be working with one type of business for one type of town. So you want to make sure you get on this train before your competitor does, because then we're going to have to, decline that offer. And you want to also invest into yourself, into learning these skill sets for your business so you can take your marketing in-house, not have to pay $3,000 to $5,000 for a marketing agency to just manage your ads. You're just another number on their roster, as well as save money in ad spend. Like, I'd rather have somebody teach me what they have done, go down this route, avoid this, don't do this, do this, avoid these landmines, so that way you're not burning money on ad spend. And you're also able to start getting results a lot quicker because you're following in the footsteps of somebody that has already done it. That way you're not wasting time trying things out, spending some money here, and most importantly, wasting all this time while all the other competitors are catching onto this train and they're going to start launching this strategy, and then the return on ad spend is going to get a little bit less. You want to be ahead of the curve so then people in your town look at you as the guy who came up with this, and then, oh, now this guy's trying to copy. Yeah, it's a copycat. I've seen so many people try and take this information and run the strategy themselves. Oh, it's simple enough. Yeah, just create a video, ask you to visit my page. It doesn't work that way. There's a lot that happens behind the scenes. There's a lot of systems you need to put in place. We help you with the scripting. We help you with that side of things as well. So if you're an action taker and you're like, all right, what do I do next? I've seen all the wins. Conrad, I've seen enough. Let's get rolling. Message me the word strategy on Instagram. I'll reach out to you. We'll see how the strategy can apply to your particular service in your particular local town, and then we'll go from there. I'll see you on the other side.